Yeah. Am I supposed to be doing overhand or underhand? I forget. Maybe underhand. Oh, dude. Okay, so there's a new guy, new gym member here, working out with Cole, one of the trainers. Awesome dude. Um, anyway, it's reminding me of when I first got in the gym. I mean, I've actually been, in and around the gym since I was like 13. But, the first, you know, 13 to 18 or 19, it was all very tennis specific. So just a lot of core, a lot of plyometric stuff like that. Nothing to get big. Um, but when I was in college, that's when I learned to eat, and that's when I decided I want to put on some sides and not just be a little toothpick tennis player. So this new guy is reminding me when I was like 17, 18, I was already this height, so like 6'3" ish. I was 160 pounds. I'm 280 right now. 120 pounds lighter. Dude, you could literally see the heartbeat through my chest. You could see all my ribs. Like, dude, it was borderline Skeletor. And I just remember learning how to gym, learning how to eat for like the next 2 years of me trying to get big was like every day I went to the gym, I was hitting new PRs. I remember the first time I benched 135. Like, I'm used to the 25s that are, that big. And then all of a sudden I lay down on the bench and I'm looking over and I see these massive like sewer caps on the bar. It's like, dude, there's no way. This is crazy. And like, I can't see anything next to me. All I see is this giant ass plate. And it's just super bringing back some awesome memories of just like every day I went to the gym, I do a new PR. It's just nuts, and that's how I got addicted, and that's what is still keeping me coming back now. I guess it's just awesome to see a new guy in the gym. Hopefully, he falls in love with it like I did and just crushes all of his goals, and it's just great to see. And I guess I just say that to say if you're new, the first couple years is the best time in the gym for sure. That's when you see the most results the fastest, and you just make all these massive gains. And if you're not careful, you'll get addicted, which is a good thing. All right, I'm super tempted to do 300 here, but I'm not gonna be that guy. I did 260 last week for like too many reps, so I probably could jump to 300, but I'll pretend I'm smart and I'll just do 280. See what that gets me. Oh man. That's a solid 10 and a half. Happy with that. Oh man. And the reason I'm using the bar and not one of these other attachments is I'm pretty wide. And I want my arms to be able to come straight back. Because if I'm doing neutral grip and I'm here, my elbows
kind of hit me here. I'm forced to come out. And, you know, this part isn't really back. I want to be able to pull my elbows down or back to my rib cage so that actually gets my lats and, you know, not so much my arms. Oh man, that got heavy quick. Whew. All right, I want to do some pause rest here. That's 280. Probably do 200, 150, maybe 100. When was that? 9? Whenever I'm doing job sets, the fucking hardest part is remembering how many reps I did at what weight. Okay, I want to pause just long enough to write this down. I did 289, 200, I'll call that 9. This will be 150, it's enough of a break. Especially when it gets light here, you can get just a disgusting stretch. Oh, and then hold it at the top. Oh, okay, let's do 100. 150, I'll call it 7. And 100. This is gonna suck. I think we'll go without straps this time. 100 is not that heavy. All right, moving on to neutral grip pull-ups. Since I started off with row, I'm already kind of, you know, warmed up at least. Typically, I like to pull-ups with at least 45 pounds, but past few weeks I've really enjoyed doing these with no weight. And that's kind of what I found is really helping me accentuate the eccentric movement and really squeeze at top and just get the most out of every rep instead of, you know, just kind of being a cheater a little bit with the weight. Said it before, I'll say it, I'll keep saying it till I'm dead. Progressive overload and tracking everything I do on my phone. Like right now, if you were to ask me how many sets I'm doing, I would have said 3. But last week, I did 4 sets, like 4 full sets. I mean, it's body weight here, so I can't do a drop set. So this week, guess what I'm doing? I'm doing 4 sets. And I'm still gonna try to do at least as many, if not more reps every set than I did last week. All right, fourth and last set of pull-ups. Did 12 last week. Dude, this is a point where progressive overload starts to suck. I mean, in terms of being able to do more than you did last week, because I already did 4 sets of row, doing more than I did last week. I've already done 1 more rep for every set on pull-ups, so I'm not only apparently am I stronger than last week, so therefore I'm doing more, so therefore I'm more tired. So the later you get in your lift, the more difficult or even impossible it is to do more than you did last week. Sometimes it's even impossible to do as much. So as you get further and further in the lift, obviously try and go to failure if you need to, or whatever your goals are. But just realize that further you get into the lift, the more tired you're going to be, especially if you've actually been doing more compared to last week early on in the lift. You know what I mean. Like 11 and a half. It's okay. Still good. On this machine, as you can see, there's like so many different options here. I already did underhand. So on this one, I like to go overhand. And if you grip it higher, as you can see the arc of movement of this thing, the pivot point's down here. So if you grip it up higher, you can get a further stretch compared to down here. It's another like 3-4 inches maybe. Obviously you have a longer arm up here, so the weight is relatively less, but I mean that's an easy fix. You just put more weight on the rack. I'd rather get a lot longer struts, especially with my long ass monkey arms. And then even at the top, it feels a lot more comfortable for me anyway when I'm at the top, because I can really pull it back, whereas here I feel like I'm pulling it down a little bit. I mean, I have a lot longer torso than a lot of people, so some people would be comfortable holding it down here, but that's kind of the deal with going high or low.
Other ingredients.
And it can be like 3 times stronger.
Yeah. Because earlier I only took like a little. This one, hold up. This one I went like right in there. And that hit me hard. That was good. I think that's the hardest hit I've ever taken. Never committed that much.